Hello everybody. Today I'm here finally getting to showcase the Alice team in Disney Sorcerer's Arena. Just to let you know, I'm recording this after playing through the event. All I'm going to do in this video is go through the last few levels of the event that I have, and then the first, I guess the second level of the Prestige, I think it's called, with Alice. So I'm just going to be completely honest. Sometimes I kind of get a clue of what I'm doing just after playing through the characters for a while. I have no clue what I'm doing with the Alice characters. I do better on auto, honestly. And through the majority of this beginning part, I think through the whole video I ended up doing just my own moves, and I think it really hindered me because I really don't know what I'm doing. And I get some things are stupid, like using the contract on the first round is probably pretty dumb. You probably want to save that for the second round. But yeah, the characters have so many like random chance things that I feel like it's really hard for me to wrap my head around it. And obviously, I get some of it, but sometimes it almost feels like I don't have a damage dealer on this team, which I typically, I don't know. I much prefer a team where I have a very clear damage dealer, at least one damage dealer. I'd love to have multiple. And I also don't feel like I really have a set healer. There are some characters with some supportive moves and some healing moves, but I would also really just appreciate a healing character, and there really doesn't seem to be a dedicated one. Although, I can't remember if it's White Hare or someone else, but someone has a pretty good healing move. They heal like 1,000, 2,000 on each character, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I guess for this video I can kind of just, at least at the beginning, go through each of these 5 characters and talk about what I like or dislike about all of them. I think the easiest place to start would definitely be the Caterpillar. I'd say he's my favorite on the team. Like I said, I really like damage dealers, and he seems to be the one that you want to go for when you want to deal the most damage. At the beginning, he seems, he's pretty good. I think the main thing to talk about with all of them is that their basic attacks are like their best attack. Like they just hit and hit and hit and hit. And you can see right there, he just turned into the butterfly, which basically means you're gonna do a ton of damage. Again, it's random chance how much you actually deal. I guess, again, I don't actually know if it's random. It might be based on the stuff you have on you, but I guess that's somewhat random as well. But yeah, you can do a ton of damage with that basic attack, especially when he's in the butterfly form. And I quite like him. But again, I don't know. He's not anything special. I would never bring him into a team on purpose, honestly, unless he was required for something. We can also talk about March Hare, who, oh yeah, also when he gets charmed, it's really bad. Because he just murdered the Cheshire cat, but luckily Cheshire cat can come back, but we'll talk about that. March Hare is also a pretty good basic attack where he throws a bunch of tea all over, and he can also assist sometimes and do that, and he basically hit like every character. If there's only a couple characters, he usually hits one of the characters a good amount of times. And then he's also got an okay big hit with his hammer, but like it's not a crazy amount of damage, honestly, so I don't know. They put a lot of emphasis on it, but it really doesn't do a whole lot. And then I can't even think what his other move is, but that's fine. I guess we'll see it in a second here if I just wait. Is it the table? No, because that's got to be Mad Hatter, so yeah. Oh, I think that's a healing move, the secondary one. So yeah, he's one of the characters I think that is a supportive move. If we go to the White Hare, he assists sometimes as well. His basic attack I don't think is as good, but he does hit a couple... Oh wait, no, that's Mad Hatter. I don't even know what his basic attack is. I think he just runs through an enemy. So his is not that great. His contract does a lot of different stuff to these characters. Like, I'm not even completely sure what each of them are. I know one of them is slow down. You can see it on like the little guy in the... Or no, the lady in the front. It's like slow down, attack down maybe. I don't know what any of those are. The one is like the madness one. But yeah, it's a good amount of stuff on multiple characters, so that's pretty good. And I think his secondary move is also supportive, if I remember correctly. I didn't look quick enough to see. If we move to the Mad Hatter, his basic attack is almost like a weaker version of the March Hare's, honestly. And he also has a pretty big hit, pretty similar to the March Hare as well for the third one. And then I think his secondary one is the table, where he like rolls out a tablecloth and does damage to a line of enemies. They all have a pretty decent amount of health as well. As you can see, we're all right down to the bottom, but we're holding in there, and they're pretty good at doing that in some tough scenarios for sure. I also didn't bring in the best spells for them, I know that too. Next is, or finally I guess, is Cheshire Cat, who I feel is somewhat the weakest. He's kind of one of those characters who doesn't do a whole lot for a lot of time, but he also has a basic attack that can do a good amount of damage. Like, he goes to multiple characters and really gets a spread of damage out there. Same for his big attack. It's basically the same thing, but stronger. For the secondary one, I generally can't remember what it is. But as you can see, he can also stealth himself as well. He also comes back to life a bunch. I don't know if that's also a random chance, because it feels like he can do it quite often. And I've never seen him die on the first one. Like, I've never seen him just straight up die from only being killed once. He usually comes back at least once. Is this the final one? It might be. So what happened with the final one was, as usual, the final one is really hard. The first wave is just like, it takes forever, and you get through it, and you maybe have a little bit less health, and your attacks might not be fully charged. And then you get to the final fight, and all the characters hit you and kill you with a single hit. So all you have to do is make sure that you put like evade on them, or you have the thing that allows you to not get hit, or you're faster than them. But either way, the evil queen, not the evil queen, the Queen of Hearts has invincibility until she attacks. So she has to attack at least once before you can actually kill her. I got extremely lucky. So this beginning of the round here is not actually the beginning of the round that I won. I just played until I won, and once I realized I was going to win, I started recording as quickly as I could. But basically that was when the butterfly was going crazy on the Queen of Hearts. And I only won with one character left, I'm pretty sure, but I guess we'll see. Overall, just my thoughts on the team. I don't much care for them. I much prefer teams like Big Hero 6 or the Beauty and the Beast one, or especially the Hercules one. That one is pretty amazing. I did the first stage of the Ascension campaign recently, which involved fighting the Hercules team, and they are very tough. Same can be said for the Incredibles team, which whenever that event comes back, I should be getting Edna Mode as well. And I think I will probably make an Incredibles team just because I leveled them all up. I don't think they're at 8. I think they might just be at 7, but still. I never did an Incredibles team. I never leveled them up because I never really felt like a need to, but I have since done so. And I plan to get Edna Mode, and I might as well do a team video with that as well. But this team, they do a good amount of job of like spreading some damage. It just feels like I have a hard time killing specific characters. Like, if I want someone dead, it's just not going to happen anytime soon. I have to just continually spread the damage until someone dies. Except for when we get characters like Butterfly, who just goes ham on one character. But maybe I should put like the Yellowstone on him so he has more speed, so I can play as him more often. Because otherwise I kind of just, I keep spreading the damage, and slowly each of them die. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know how to be good as them. Sometimes there are people in the comments who help me out with that kind of thing, so if you know what the best course of action is for this, please let me know. I'm guessing I also don't have them in the most ideal setup as well, like they aren't in the right spots. I think I like where I have March Hare, Mad Hatter, and the White Rabbit right now, which I just switched before this round. Just because then the White Rabbit can use one of his moves to have them both attack, and they're some of the best attackers. Although maybe having him in between March Hare and the Caterpillar would be best. But here's a quick glimpse at me just getting decimated. I knew once the butterfly was dead that it was over, but I mean, I went for it. I don't know when it's going to cut before I get a game over, but basically you can see nothing's happening here. I'm going to die because all the characters are going to start attacking me. I'm guessing it cuts before it even happens. But basically I die right after that. So here's me on a good round, which I know it kind of looks rough, but as you can see I had Hades charmed. He did a ton of damage to her. With the Cheshire cat left, at pretty much full health too, I was able to use my spells and take her out, which, thank you spells very much. I was honestly having a really tough time with that final fight, so I'm very happy that I was able to get through it. Here's the trophy. Honestly, it looks a little weird, but I'm happy to have gotten the trophy from it, and I will also take the time now to go and upgrade Alice, and then we'll go into the prestige right after that. So we get her at 7 stars. I didn't level her up as much as I usually would like to, just because I didn't have any resources, as you can see. But she's already at 6, so that's okay. But it would be nice to have her at 7, of course. I'm going to be honest, even with Alice on the team, I'm not sure how it went. I also didn't really think about who I was bringing in, so I might have left out the wrong character, because we didn't bring in the White Rabbit. White Rabbit can be pretty good sometimes. I don't know, maybe I would leave out the Mad Hatter, honestly. I don't much care for the Mad Hatter. Although he is one of the better damage dealers for sure. But Alice is kind of one of those leaders where she has the other characters do a lot for her, and maybe they get more opportunities to attack than they usually would. She also gets some cool stat stuff, and she can also give out some cool stats too. Like, she can make someone giant and stuff. She can make herself giant too, which is what I think I did. Oh, I shrunk myself. And then, yeah, everybody assists. So a lot of her moves kind of revolve around that. But it is good to have these characters assist. I think they're in their best state when they are just doing assist moves, because they are the best moves that they have. So that's really what I've gained from it, is that if you have some characters that can help you assist a lot, then these are going to be good attackers for that. But I'd maybe only bring in like one, honestly, like either the March Hare or the Caterpillar I would go for. I was also very stupid to go for the Queen of Hearts, since she is invincible right now. But in this one, we actually have to kill everybody, which I didn't realize until the very end. So I was pretty sad when I killed the Queen of Hearts and we were still going afterwards. But yeah, this has been a long journey. I've been trying to level up these characters for a very long time, and it was really nice that I pretty much just finished it too. Like, I got to 7 stars on like the Caterpillar or something just the other day. So it worked out pretty good. Again, I'm really just waiting for the end mode event to come back. I've had the Incredibles ready for a while, and I will unlock Edna mode. I think I have another showcase I need to do as well. With a ton of costumes that I have, I've been really procrastinating these recording videos, but kind of getting this team done was enough to motivate me to get through it. But I think I don't even think I get 3 stars on this. I'm pretty sure someone dies. It looks like, yeah, the Mad Hatter died. Mad Hatter also has, I forgot to mention, a move kind of like Mickey in a way, where he dies. He does a little extra damage, but it's not enough. Like, Mickey does a pretty considerable amount of damage, but he just doesn't do enough for it to really matter all that much. But I'm sure if you were in a tight spot, it could definitely come in handy, of course. So yeah, even Alice dies. Those guards are crazy sometimes with the amount of damage they deal. But we get Hades done, and then just have Cheshire Cat and that guy left. But yeah, I guess it's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any tips for me on this team, and any other stuff I need to do in Sorcerer's Arena, let me know. I procrastinate Disney Heroes much more than Sorcerer's Arena, so I'm much more willing to get this stuff done. But thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Goodbye.